Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ikram Erizi bin Zainal. This video is for my individual assignment and my topic is bias issue in performance appraisal. Introduction. In order to align individual employee performance goals with organization wider objective, goal setting, monitoring and evaluation organizations are assumed to be incorporated into an ununified and coherent framework. Such horizontal type of alignment indicates the presence of internally consistent employee performance management system. Performance appraisal is a crucial issue in human resource management, and it is important responsibility of managers and supervisors. In order to attain organization goals, an organization needs greater awareness of its position. Such awareness increases knowledge of strengths and weaknesses in organizational performance and behavior, which help provide compensation. Moreover, in an attempt to improve its human resource and thus increase production volume and services, an organization needs to develop awareness of personnel efficiency. Bias in performance appraisal is problematic since it makes it difficult to make appropriate personnel decisions, such as promotions. In fact, the empirical results indicate that performance measure subjectivity is positively related to PE bias. According to the Prodigious and Topel, superiors in organization have incentive to bias. And according to the PE Morse 2005, also found that using subjectivity in PE lead to evaluations that make it difficult to differentiate among subordinates and may result in problem in personalization and future incentive. Bias can lead to the inflation or deflation of employee ratings, which can have serious implications in high-stakes situations directly affected by performance assessment, such as promotion, compensation, hiring, or even firing decisions. Given the weight of decision, it's critical to ensure that performance reviews are fair and objective as possible. So, what can you and your organization do to ensure that performance reviews process are as bias-free as possible? Incorporate bias blockers into each step of the process. Once you're aware that this bias exists, you can use various strategies to minimize their effects. These are some examples for bias effect. Recency bias. Definition. Recency bias. Definition. Recency bias is the tendency to focus on the most recent time period instead of the total time period. We also call this the "what have you done for me lately" bias. If someone recently rocked a presentation or flopped a deal, that recent performance is going to loom larger in manager's mind. Why? Because it's easier to remember things that happened recently. Prevention strategy. To limit the impact of recency bias on your performance data, develop a habit of collecting feedback on employees at different points in time throughout the year. Did someone just complete a 3-month project? Great, send their peers a request for feedback so you can get some data on how well they did. Did someone just complete internal training? Awesome, request feedback from the instructor about their participation. This way, you have more frequent data points from throughout the entire period at the end of the year. Next, we go to leniency bias. Definition. Leniency bias occurs when managers give favorable rating even though they have employees with notable room for improvement. Like many bias, leniency bias can weaken the objectivity of the data. The truth is, some employees do outperform others. Giving everyone a 4 out of a 5-point rating scale make it challenging to distinguish who the truly top-performing employees are. On top of that, it becomes difficult to identify who deserves a promotion or raise, and it can leave your top talent feeling disgruntled. Next, we go to similar to me bias. Definition. Similar to me bias is the inclination to give a higher rating to people with similar interests, skills, and backgrounds as the person doing the rating. Simply put, we tend to like people that are like us. In addition to making performance review tricky, similar to me bias can make your workplace feel less inclusive and may even affect how diverse the overall makeup of the organization is. Prevention strategy: reduce the effect of similar to me bias by requiring specificity in managers' assessment. In 3 separate studies, Yale researchers found that when you first agree to the criteria used in assessment and then you make the evaluation, you are less likely to rely on stereotypes and your assessments are less biased. Thank you.